Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Anecdotal Economist, and today we're going to talk about silver you sell, silver you don't. Cue the intro. I was going to make an intro, like a special Christmas one, but, with New Year's coming up, I thought it'd be a great New Year's resolution. So let's skip that for this one, maybe on the next one. Let's get straight into the content. And so I want to bring this up, talking about silver you sell and silver you don't, because I came up with this realization the other day when I was putting together these Christmas coins that I will literally under no circumstances sell. These are a gift to my children, and when they turn 18 and leave the house, they will take those with them. And so I came to this realization that I'm just not going to sell certain coins, certain bars, like this one that's tarnishing in the background. I've come to a point where I don't care that it's tarnishing, and I'm not going to touch the face of it, but I'm actually okay touching the sides, because this bar, to me, is way more important. And you can look, in just a matter of a month, it's already got this sort of yellow tarnish coming around. Very cool to watch as this progresses. And I just want it on display. I don't really care. It's never going to be sold. Now, something like this coin here, well, it might. It's more of a collectible. Let me get a glove on. This Royal Mint Merlin coin, I might sell. I would put this in sort of the B-class category. It's unlikely that I'll sell it, but it's possible. Is that Archimedes the Owl? Does anyone know? Is that his name? I feel like it is. But I may sell this coin someday. There's a possibility I would let it go under the right circumstances, but it wouldn't be my first pick. I bought this with the intention of selling it, so there's entirely a strong possibility that I will sell this coin. But I would like to see some sort of a premium. I don't know if I'd sell for spot. Maybe that's only $1 or $2. Maybe that's a lot of money, depending on what's going on in the market. Let's give an example of something that I bought basically with the intention of selling. And you'll hear this all the time in the community, where they'll say, don't ever sell. Wait till the currency completely collapses. And I'm also going to talk about gold too, but let's just start with silver. And I want to give this example. I showed these bars 1 or 2 videos ago, very low mintage video, very low view count, because I didn't have a thumbnail, I was traveling, and that's okay. But the point of those bars is just simply that I would sell those. Those would be my first picks to sell. They're just a generic bar. There's no attachment in my mind. I'm not sitting there saying to myself, I can't possibly let those go because they're special, right? Now, I put a lot of the special things on display in this video, and I focus primarily on silver because most of the collectibles I buy are silver. Now, when it comes to gold, I get attached to my gold, but I'd have no problem selling this kangaroo. It's sort of a semi-collectible for me, because for me, I like collecting all the different types of, world gold coins. At the end of the day, I could sell that in a heartbeat. So gold, I tend to stay away from the more interesting coins, like, for example, this St. Helena coin that we've been featuring the last several videos, which to me, this is just an absolutely fantastic coin. I might sell it, wouldn't be on the top of my list. And so there's things that you sell and things that you don't sell. And so something like this 10-ounce Buffalo bar that I picked up many years ago, I'm sure it's more than doubled in value since I purchased it. And, I take okay care of it. I try not to, manhandle it. I've tried not to let it tarnish over the years. But this would be something that be on the chopping block, that if there was an emergency, or if I just wanted to convert into something else. So, for example, I would like to get maybe a kilogram or maybe a 10 kilogram silver coin at some point. I have some kilogram bars. I don't have any kilogram coins. I do not have a 10 kilo coin. And that's kind of a long-term goal for me, to just have a big old plate of silver, big old 10 kilo bar, a 10 kilo coin just sitting on the table. Maybe I would epoxy it into a coffee table or something. Just something to, have a conversation about. I'd love to do that. And so if I was going to do that, well, I might sell something like this. I have a lot of generic bars like this, and I purposely buy these things that I don't really like. I really don't like this that much. It's a cool bar. Don't get me wrong, I have no problem having it in my collection. It's kind of interesting, but I wouldn't be sad to sell this. Would have no issue trading this in for something else, or for cash, or whatever it might be. And so people say silver, gold is gold, weight is weight. And I, humbly disagree with that. I think you need to have a diversity. I think there are different reasons for buying different things. For example, buying these collectible coins for my children, some of them are not really designs that I like all that much, but I know they'll stand the test of time. I know they'll come out at Christmas time, put them on, it'll be a conversation every year, and maybe they'll even make it down to their grandchildren. So spending that extra money on something that the kids will hang on to Well, to me, that's worth it. There's reasons why you do these things, and I feel there's too many people who come out and say, you know what, that just doesn't make any sense. You know, only buy the cheapest possible thing, or only buy. Wow, amazingly, I have no sovereign silver coins out, but okay, sovereign gold coin. Only buy sovereign metals because tax reasons or what. There is no one answer fits all. And I would be even more specific than that and say there's no one answer that fits one individual. If you stack one type of silver and it's the only thing you buy, I mean, great, good for you. But I suspect in the long term, you'd wish you had a little more diversity. Just like when I talked about buying junk silver, which to me, everybody should have a little. It's just fun. I'm going to try to get a whole bag full. Unfortunately, I've had to take a little bit of pause on that recently because I've been too busy to get to the bullion shop in the last few weeks, but also it was just kind of hard to come by the last few times I was there, so we'll see. It ebbs and flows. But curious to see if you guys agree with me on my take of having a supply of silver. I actually have a full box of silver that I'm ready to just sell. So in an emergency, I don't have to think about it. And not even an emergency, but just let's say the car breaks down and I, for whatever reason, don't have the cash available. I just know where that is. I don't have to go rummaging through everything and make decisions, hard decisions on what I'm going to sell. I just have silver I'm ready to sell. So I buy things like this from time to time when they're a good deal and just throw them in my portion of my stack that I'm willing to sell. I need a better name for that, I've got my desk stack. I've got my deep stack. What would you call a stack that's not deep? Shallow? That's not going to work. Somebody give me a name here. Somebody throw something in the comments. And so with that, let's get into our review. We're going to review the bar we just talked about. And this is a generic Buffalo bar. And I don't even know what mint makes this because it's just like the Buffalo coins. And I think what's interesting about stuff like this is while the bars themselves, don't do that much for me, it's just talking about like the Buffalo coins and all the different designs. It's kind of fun when you can buy say 10 of these 10-ounce bars, and they're all quote-unquote generic Buffalo bars, but they're all a little bit different. They all have a little bit of character. And I recently had watched another YouTube channel, Silver and Cigars, and apparently this is a thing going around, but I'm behind the times, talking about your herd of buffaloes. And I believe I've shown this on the channel before, but I do have my own desk stack herd of buffaloes that I just keep on the desk and play with, and they're all different. And over time, I've kind of grown fond of this idea of having all these different buffaloes. They're different from every mint, and they're just fun to kind of look at all the different designs. I recently ordered a few more unique buffaloes that I maybe will take a little bit better care of because they came at a little bit of a premium. I think they were almost $5 over spot, if you can believe it, for a buffalo. Probably was a mistake, but is what it is. So that's something I really enjoy. And so I would encourage you, if you're buying a lot of buffaloes, to consider getting a buffalo bar that you'd be willing to part with. Silver is not till death do us part, although I know some people like to treat it that way, and that is just fine if that's your decision. So guys, this has been the Anecdotal Economist. That's my video for today. If you need a word to say because you want to comment and support the channel, as so many people have been doing, sincerely appreciate it. Today's word will be buffalo. And so with that, that is my 2 ounces worth. Give me a like if you wish to. Thanks so much for watching. Remember, I'm pulling for you, and we're all in this together. I got in a nice big gold order. Okay, that didn't come out the way I thought it would. That's where it comes from. Here, pick it up, feel it, tell me what you think. No other mint has this issue.
The triangle has replaced the British pound.
Like little trading cards.
That's a naughty word. We never rob. We just sort of borrow a bit from those who can afford it.